Hello again, people of the internet. Welcome back to more Celeste. On the last episode, we went to the ridge, and now we're going to the mirror temple. You know, most climbing mishaps occur due to exhaustion. Remember to take regular breaks. Oh man, look at this place. Feeling adventurous? I don't know. It looks pretty dark in there. Like, more like a nightmare than an adventure. I'll just take a quick peek and snap a few photos. This place must be ancient. Here, wait. My Instapix followers are gonna eat this up. There's no way this ends well.
Never does.
Yeah. Any secrets to be found over here? Maybe if I go up there. I should probably not use my dash until right now.
Yeah, I kind of figure because that seems to be a bit far down for that much detail.
Yeah. Yeah. I figure that's probably all it's gonna be over here. Unless... No, okay. Worth a try. Uh-oh. This is Theo's phone. Don't panic, Madeline. Maybe it just fell out of his pocket. I'll give it back to him when I find him.
No, I do realize that not a lot of people know how to handle panic very well.
Yeah?
From what I gathered, one of my family members once told me to just get over it.
Yeah, like that's gonna help.
I don't really have that many panic attacks anymore.
That's good. I think I've had a single panic attack once back when I worked at Price Chopper.
Yes, sir.
And it's because there were customers that were not very nice to me. That's putting it lightly.
I've had a customer throw shit at me before.
Like literal shit or... Okay.
Also had a customer just stand in front of the service desk and piss themselves. Literally just piss themselves, and I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation either.
They just walked up. I don't think they were sober, to be quite frank.
Probably not. Was this all at Walmart?
Yes.
I figured. Walmart's kind of like the place for that kind of shit.
I mean, I've also had someone who was high on that. Well, I don't think you get high like that, but they weren't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to go the right way.
And for some weird reason, I don't think they understand how meth works. They wanted, you know, those things they use for weed detox.
No, I don't know much about weed, if I'm honest.
I only knew about it because a customer asked about it. They wanted to detox it in a day for a drug test tomorrow.
Oh, that doesn't work. You need like at least a week.
And I told them that, and I just asked someone else. And I didn't say the week part because I just started that job and I didn't have experience with weed.
I mean, I don't really know much about weed either, but I know that much at least.
Well, I had enough common sense to know you don't just detox in a day.
Yeah.
I talked to Mom once about mental health, and she said, I don't know why people say this because it's just shit. She said in her day people didn't have so many mental health issues, and I'm like, that's not fucking true.
No, that just wasn't discussed as often.
Barely anything was discussed back then. You're afraid to discuss shit, now everyone's too bold.
There was someone I used to know back in high school who I got into a big Facebook argument with because he posted this meme, right? The meme said, back in my day, we didn't have, what did it say exactly? It was like, It was something about ADHD, which is something I have, so I kind of took it personally.
I do too, yeah.
And it was something like, back in my day, whenever we had ADHD or whatever, Dad would get his belt out and cure us of it. No, it's not.
I thought that argument didn't go anywhere, did it? Just...
It ended our friendship.
See.
I don't know. I tried to explain why I didn't think it was funny, and apparently he also has ADHD. I'm like, okay, well, if you also have ADHD, then...
Definitely shouldn't think it's funny.
Exactly. And then he said, oh, it's just a dad's belt joke. All my family, like, I showed it to my family, and they thought it was funny, too. I'm like, okay,
There's a lot of commentary about environmental shit and, how, just because certain things are accepted in one environment doesn't necessarily mean it's accepted socially.
Yeah.
They're not comparable at all, but in my opinion, things like LGBTQ topics and topics about working minorities and any diverse subject should be free to talk about in public, because there's nothing wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
But then things like that should be fine, even though people act stupid.
Yeah.
Like people, especially some people with religious families. But then you have things like, those kind of jokes and, some political discussion. Like, we talk about this all the time in my house. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out.
like, I'm certain there's certain things that are in a family environment or a house environment that's okay to talk about in there, but not really something I want to talk about in public.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you think of an example?
Something that's okay to talk about with family, but not in public.
Or some things you should at least be careful about. Politics, religion, and those are two of them. I mean, you can, but those typically cause arguments.
Yeah. That basically sums it up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe topics that are sexual in nature, probably best avoided, talked about in public.
Yeah. Well, there's people that don't get that, though.
Yeah.
I have fucking experience with that in Walmart as well.
Walmart's just the go-to place for that kind of shit. People with no sense of, tact, I guess you could say.
I mean, and I don't know why I run into people like this, but this customer, she overheard me talking with, because I didn't come out as non-binary yet, but I was dressing rather masculinely.
Yeah.
Right? And they asked me, well, what are your pronouns? And I, like, well, and then I thought about it, and I said, well, he, that's when I was starting to figure shit out.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, and I explained to them what trans people were. It was a pleasant conversation. And the customer, she walked in, she's like, yeah, I have a trans sister, and then she decided to talk about her genitals.
Alright.
And we both just looked at each other and said, that's not really appropriate, and she got pissed off. Like, well, you were talking, we weren't talking about genitals.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think.
I get what you mean.
I mean, I don't know. This always bothers the crap out of me with both trans men and women. How people talk about them, not them in general.
Yeah.
I need to clarify that. Like, they treat it like a fetish, basically.
Yeah.
Like a woman with a, or a man with a,
Yeah.
I had someone call me a C boy online before, and I got pretty fucking offended.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Yeah, I heard that is not an acceptable term anymore. There are some people who have, like, if we're talking about like furries and whatnot, there are some people who have characters that are basically men but with different part, and they'll call them that, but
Is that trans or intersex? Were they born like that or did they transition?
It's hard to. We're talking about furries, so like I think they when it comes to like their characters, it's literally just a character they made that is basically no boobs but that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they call them sea boys, because that's just the term that they use for them. But I think some people still use that just because that's the term that they've been using for it. But there's been a push to rename them because it's some people like you, for example, would get offended by that probably. Whoops.
Yeah. I personally, hold on. I personally don't think those kind of terms are acceptable. Like fucking, I know this artist for Affinity that basically made a whole journal saying not to call their characters slurs, essentially.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they are slurs. I don't know how else to see them.
I think there are some people who either didn't know they were slurs, or that was just like the term that they saw for it and they went with it, or I don't know.
I mean, to be quite frank, when I say younger, like 19, I just thought it was foreign term, to be quite frank.
You know, it kind of is, which is also kind of part of the problem, right? It goes back to the whole fetishization of it.
To be quite frank, I've lost interest in a lot of pornography. Not to say I don't look at it, but especially with lesbian stuff, people tend to heavily fetishize it. Fetishize and, what's the other term?
Downplay?
No, fetishize and objectify.
Oh, yeah.
To be quite frank, that's the point of porn, and even if it's more progressive porn, like with different body types and whatnot, that's pretty much the point, isn't it? Am I wrong? I mean, you're looking at it for a specific fucking reason.
I mean, I guess if you want to think of it like that.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
That's not really how I think of it. I mean, but I guess you're not wrong. Well, it's kind of tricky when it comes to furry stuff in general, because technically speaking, they're not like real, obviously.
yeah.
And sometimes you want to appreciate the art, even if it is pornographic, and sometimes, yes, I want to use it for that reason, but I don't know, saying I objectify them seems weird.
I mean, sadly, most people do. There's this term I wanted to bring up that bothers a lot of people, and people are also pushing to not use. You know what the term MILF is, right?
Yeah, I know that term, and there's also, on the other hand, DILF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with the term MILF because, you know. But yeah, sorry, you can continue.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But yeah, the story. Theo, there you are. Madeline, hey. Why are you inside a mirror? I'm pretty sure you're the one in the mirror. What happened? Well, I was taking a nonchalant mirror selfie. You know, it's your boy Theo in this ancient temple, no big deal. Hashtag blessed. Next thing I know, I'm waking up lying on the ground. What does it look like over there? How can I find you? It's, really dark and weird. Wait, something's coming. I'm feeling a strong inclination to run away. Be careful, okay? Honestly, I love how Theo's just so nonchalant about everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of endearing. Anyway, as you were saying, you're talking about, MILFs?
Yeah, that's a term that people have been pushing not to use. Apparently people use it seriously, which I find weird. I personally don't use that term, well, I don't use that term in general, but I don't use that term seriously. I've always seen it as, you know, now that character's a MILF.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go for those kinds of characters, but what's the issue with it? What do people find, I guess, offensive about it?
Well, it's mainly, this isn't, like, dismissing the comments. It's still valid. Well, it's even more valid because it's typical for people who have personas like that.
Okay.
That are MILFs, because...
Sure.
And they just don't like the term because they feel it's objectifying. And I've seen people basically get told, "Oh, that sucks, your character's on a porn site," and I was like, that's fucking disrespectful.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, it's not being pushed for as much as, you know, C-Boy, but...
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can understand if people don't want to be called that, and they are, but I don't know, I don't feel like the term in general is really all that offensive.
I don't think it's offensive, I just think it's silly.
It is silly, yes.
Yeah. If you call someone like that in real life, though, it's fucking offensive.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say do that in real life. This is all in the realm of fiction.
You have to clarify sometimes, though, because some people don't know that difference.
Yeah, that's true. Learn to differentiate between fiction and reality. So, you're talking about how, like, MILF and C-Boy and all that stuff are starting to, like, and talking about, like, furries and porn and whatnot,
Yeah.
can be, objectifying, right?
Yes.
I was actually thinking about that, and it reminded me, when you're talking about, your lesbian romance novels,
Yeah.
and it reminded me, isn't it also a lot of that also objectifying?
Yes.
Yeah, because I know that they're actually...
I'm not gonna pretend it's not.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of lesbian stuff is enjoyed by straight males who are into it for fetishy reasons.
There are certain lesbian things that are made for lesbians, but you're never going to avoid that certain thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen lesbian visual novels made by queer women for queer women, but you can't control who finds your shit.
Yeah.
It bothers the shit out of me when people try to act high and mighty about looking at fetish material.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not being creepy in the real world, there's nothing really inherently wrong with it.
Yeah. Someone tried to defend themselves, like, overly so to the point where it was a little suspicious, and then they got upset when people started getting suspicious. Have you heard of the very visual novel Winds of Change?
No, I have not.
It's a gay male horror thing.
Okay.
I haven't played it because it's not my thing, but I have heard of it because it's a popular one.
Gotcha.
It's fucking... When you look up for a visual novel, that's one of the first ones you see.
Okay.
I wish there were more lesbian visual novels would. That's not really the demographic who makes those things.
Yeah, I found that most furries, not all, obviously, but most, typically are, gay males.
Either that's most of them or they're just more vocal, either one.
Yeah.
I've met a few lesbian furries, like, there's this, artist on Telegram called Trash Dog. She is an avian, do rare things in the fandom. An avian lesbian furry.
I mean, avians aren't that rare.
But
They're not as common, though. Yeah.
She's not a crow or a typical bird, she's a...
A macaw?
No,
Ah.
a dove.
Oh, a dove, okay. Yeah, that's... I haven't seen a lot of doves.
I mean, she changes her persona a lot, so she's been a goose, a dove, rock pigeon.
Always consistently a bird, though, huh?
Yes. Oh yeah, and she was also, she was a parrot at one point, but it's a specific kind of parrot.
A macaw?
Like,
I don't know why I keep saying that.
it's a pink bird.
A flamingo?
Not a flamingo. Those are very specific looking birds.
Yeah.
I do like this artist a lot. She's been going through a lot of shit, but I do like her a lot.
I feel like that's pretty common for artists to go through shit.
Every artist is going through shit, sadly.
Yeah.
Especially the Russians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you, you used to commission Chestnut Superior a lot, didn't you?
Yes.
Are they doing alright?
From what I know, yes, they haven't been online for a bit.
Oh, I see.
She's called Conure Babe online on Earth and, you know. Trying to see what her Sono was because her new Sono right now. This isn't a slight on anyone, this just happens, especially when you're young. She's like 19 or 20, I think. She she constantly changes persona.
I mean,
trying to find herself, which isn't a problem.
I mean,
it just happens a lot.
I don't think you could be a slight on them if you wanted to, considering you do the same thing.
Well, I've had like 5 personas now.
Yeah. The one we're using for your thumbnail happens to be like a really old one too. I thought about using your leopard seal, but considering you change through your personas so often, I figured we should just stick with one consistent one for YouTube.
I mean, I can have multiple sodas.
Yeah, but for YouTube's sake, it's good to be consistent, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she's a pigeon right now.
Okay, neat.
I remember something that kind of funny that happened.
What's that?
I know this kid was trying to be relatable, but it just came off as kind of funny. They were non-binary, and I was kind of non-binary male. There was a thought, you know, I was still figuring myself out.
Yeah.
And they said, and they usually ask the question, since I'm much more androgynous nowadays, you know, what's your gender, what's your pronouns? And he said, he, him, they, them, that either one's fine. And what they did, what they said was that, when I asked them, oh, what's your pronouns, they were obviously, I think, they were kind of obviously female, but they never assumed.
Yeah.
And they said all of them, and I think they were trying to be funny, but then they got freaked out and apologized. And I was like, you're fine. You didn't say anything offensive.
I see. Have you ever seen, or yeah, I guess seen would be the right one, that the Seinfeld, it's not a real episode, but it was someone like made a text-based thing that was like, what if Seinfeld did a gender thing episode or whatever?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I know.
I gotta show that to you once we're done recording, because it's pretty funny. Like, it was I know you probably don't know much about Seinfeld because I never watched it either, but you know, just think of like sitcom humor, right? So I think it went something like you know, they're at like some kind of party or whatever, and then someone's like, so what are your pronouns? And Jerry goes, oh, you know, anything's fine. It's the 21st century, right? And then it cuts to him back in his apartment. He's like, they he-himmed me, Jerry. Oh no, they he-hemmed you? They he-himmed me. I gave them a buffet. They could have chose anything, but they chose the most basic white bread. I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. I gotta show it to you when I'm done. I think you might find it funny. It's not like being disrespectful either. It's legitimately done in like a tasteful but funny way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is this a comedy or did they actually do this?
It's like a Tumblr post. It's not a real episode. It would be funny if it were though. Oh yeah, and like at the end, he says he swears off pronouns. He's like, you're swearing off all pronouns? Yep, from now on, I'm just Jerry or just George or whatever. And then he storms off, and then someone else comes in for him and go like, what's his problem? And you hear his anguish scream from off camera. Sorry, it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, into the mirror we go. That's probably fine, right?
Probably.
And now we're playing as this little fella. I don't think there were any strawberries to collect in this segment, but just to be sure. This is basically teaching you the mechanics of how these monsters work. Because later, we'll be in control of Madeline again, and they'll be chasing us. But they can break blocks, but they can't go through those force fields or whatever you want to call them.
Interesting way to shop a mechanic.
Yeah, by having you actually play as one of them. Hey, where are we? What did you do to Theo? You think I'm doing this? That's cute. Sweetheart, this is exactly what I warned you about. Don't try to make this my fault. You still don't get it? The mountain gave me this body. But I'm not the only creepy thing living in that messed up head of yours. Don't like what you see? What a surprise. Stop. I tried to stop you. Look into the mirror. All of this is yours. The temple only magnifies the mountain's power. You're in control here, not me. I don't believe you. If you're part of me, why do you want to hurt me? Poor Madeline, always the victim. All I do is babysit you, and you hate me for it. You're unraveling, and you know it. If you care so much about protecting me, why don't you just explain what's going on? Like you would have listened. You never gave me a chance. Please, just help me get out of here. Now you want me to save you? Why are you doing this? Just be on my side here. Please. Stop trying to make me feel like a monster. You really want to know why I won't help? Because you deserve this. Still think you can climb this mountain? Shut up! I don't need your help. I'll do this alone. Okay, I might need to bait them into breaking these blocks to find secrets. Oh yeah, I forgot I could jump on them. Oh, come on. No, come on. Hit the block. Hit the block, you big dummy. God. Okay. Okay, well, there's nothing in that one. Thanks. Oh, really? I'm just about to be saved too. Why is it so hard to get them to break the block? Oh, come on. I didn't even mean to boom this off him. Ah, come on. I'm trying to get him to break the thing. Really? My God. Okay. If this is all in my head, why is it so hostile? Those things are haunting me. I'm a trespasser in my own world. Theo is trapped in here somewhere because of me. If I give up fully, maybe this temple will let him go. Breathe. This is all coming from inside me. Get up, Madeline. Think of the feather. You can save Theo. Well, there's one of those eyes. Whoops.
Do you have a favorite level in this game?
I can't think of any offhand. I mean, I kind of just like the game in general.
Let me see.
Although this one is pretty nice because of the Metroidvania-esque stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Letting you choose your own path. The only thing that bugs me about it is the fact that I worry about accidentally going the right way and not being able to go back unless I restart the level, you know?
I see.
And this level's also kind of long, so restarting the level means losing a lot of progress. But they did add, basically chapters or whatever, where you can start at the beginning of a certain chapter, so that makes it not as bad. Shit.
Basically checkpoints.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I don't think those were in the game originally, so it's a nice quality of life improvement. Theo, thank God I found you. Madeline, wow, am I happy to see you. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just been stuck in this crystal thing for ages. Do you get the feeling this place knows you better than you know yourself? Yeah, I'm so embarrassed that you have to see this side of me. I tried to stop you. I hope that selfie was worth it. Selfies are always worth it, dude. I shouldn't be mad. This isn't your fault. I'm glad you're safe, but you're trapped because of me. And now this temple is showing you what I'm really like. I'm horrible. Hey, we're in this together. Don't act like this is all on you. What do you mean? You didn't trap me in this crystal. Sure, those monsters are coming from you, but this temple is shaping itself around me, too. I can feel it. Those eyes staring at me? This crystal is coming from me, and this crystal is coming from me, I know it. I hate to ask, but I really need your help right now. Okay, I've got your back. I'll bust you out of that thing, and then we'll escape together. Just as soon as I can find my way around to you. Madeline, you're my only hope right now. I believe in you, for real. I hope that's not a mistake. If the temple is showing me who I really am, then I deserve this, don't I? Alex, you have to stop being so hard on yourself. Who's Alex? Sorry, I meant Madeline, but my comment still stands. No one deserves this, least of all you. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I can do this. I think Alex is his sister.
Whoever made his sister.
We never meet her, but he talks about her on occasion.
Yume Utsutsu.
Yume Utsutsu?
Yes, it's a bit of a pain to say. It means something, but I have to look it up. It's a lesbian visual novel I played.
I see.
To be quite frank, it made me realize that a lot of the visual novels I play are definitely not made for story. Which is weird because this visual novel's wordy as shit.
I'm guessing it's made for plot?
Yeah. I mean, yes and no, actually. The thing is, it goes into detail on, like, how to make video. I realized that this company, I think 2 Women made it, actually. Looked up their handles. They have a tendency to, like with the nurse love syndrome. Despite its name, you'd think it'd be airy, not that complicated. It really fucking is actually complicated. They go into the lives of Japanese nurses. They work so many hours that they have a scheduled nap time.
Wow.
Yeah. Like an hour nap time. They even have a room for it.
I see.
They work 14-hour shifts.
That's pretty intense.
Yes. And of course they go in with the nursing profession, even with mom. Bodily fluids are a common thing. Especially shit.
Yeah.
And they had, I don't know why I think this was meant as a weird ending thing for the main character and one of the girls. Her and one of the girls, both of them, they got in trouble because they accidentally left a patient to sit in their own shed.
Ew.
Yeah. She had to visit family members like that.
I'm kind of confused here. Wasn't there a path here earlier?
Yeah.
Where did it go? Why can't I go there anymore? Because there's a strawberry that I didn't get. Is it just blocking me off? Because there's a path up here too. Did it really just close the door on me and make it so that I can't get that strawberry anymore? Because this leads to this. You've got to be fucking kidding me. No, why would you do that? Okay, that really irks me. I really hate when they block things off and don't let you come back. It's like, come on, I want to get everything, and now you're making it so I can't. Whatever, fine. I guess I have no choice but to progress. I wanted that strawberry. I'll have to come back and get it later, I guess.
So, continuing the story,
Yeah, sorry.
so the two girls basically, were made to basically shit in a diaper at home and write about it. That's, like, give a report on it, and,
That's gross.
yeah, and I don't know if that was necessary, but
Yeah.
it's probably pandering to something. I don't what it is.
Well, there is the whole crinkle fetish, you know? You know what that is, right?
No.
Diapers. They call it crinkle because of the noise that the diapers make when you move around in them.
You know, I never understood the fascination with adult baby stuff.
Yeah, I don't either. But, you know, whatever. As long as it's not actually sexualizing, children, then, you know.
That, from what I've gathered, that's not one at all.
Yes. I'm just saying, like, if you do you, as long as it's not that, then I don't take issue with it. It's just not my thing.
I think I have interacted with people in a chat that do that stuff, and they, regardless of what kind of roleplay it is, I find it weird when someone tries to roleplay with me. Because I'm a bit... This isn't an excuse, but I am autistic, and I'm not... I'm not a very touchy person.
Yeah.
Yes.
I completely, 100% understand that. I'm also autistic.
And when people, like, give me a random hug in chat, or just pull your tail or something, or hugs your tail, and I'm like, I don't even have a tail. Well, I didn't at the time, but anyway.
Yeah.
And
I'm fine with that stuff because it's obviously fiction, but, you know, real world touching I'm not too down with, you know what I mean?
yeah. Like in chat, a lot of people were telling this person that they need to learn boundaries, and they got really upset. And they had nowhere to get upset. Everyone was 100% correct.
I see.
Because, okay, say you find someone in chat, right?
Yeah.
And you want to talk to them. And what do you usually do? You ask them first, right? Then you talk to them.
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Theo, I finally found you. I knew you'd make it. It wasn't easy. Well, are those monsters really coming from inside me? Madeline, that's a valid question. I'll be happy to discuss how the monsters relate to your inner self. But right now, my inner self is sick of being stuck in this crystal. Oh, right. Don't worry, I'll break you out. Well, this is a solid start, but the crystal is like an expression of my negative psychic energy or whatever. Yeah, but how do we break it? If I knew why I trapped myself in this thing, maybe I could bust out. But I don't. And I don't think I can get to the bottom of it while we're stuck in this nightmare dimension. I hate to say it, but you might have to... Theo, don't even think about that. I am not leaving you behind. Hell no. You better not leave me in this place. I was gonna say you might have to carry me. Oh. Yeah, I can do that. Dang, girl, you can lift. Alright, you got this. Sorry, you were saying? Oh, crushing it. That door didn't stand a chance. Uh-oh. I hope you know how to deal with these things. Well, I just found a new way of fucking... No. I can hit them with him. If I time it right. Good.
Oh yeah. Well, what this person did, they're also autistic and young. They basically, they got upset because someone ghosted them. How they interacted was basically said hello, which in my opinion It always bugs me when people start out with hello and bro.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a friend, I think you should probably be more formal than that, but whatever. I'm talking, and they basically called them cute and started hitting on them right off the gate.
Ah.
Yeah, and then they got ghosted.
Yeah.
And then they, for some reason, shared like a screenshot of that in chat, and everyone said, yeah, that's a little weird. And they got offended.
I don't know. Some people just don't know how to socialize. I mean, I also don't know how to socialize, but I at least know not to be weird, I guess.
There's a difference between not knowing how to socialize and just being completely oblivious to social cues, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I know for a fact that you actually can kill these monsters if you crush them under Theo. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, if they actually get, like, stuck underneath the crystal, they will, like, straight up pop. But I'm trying to kill it, so I don't have to deal with it. Technically, I can just move on without killing it, but I kind of just want to do it. You know what I mean? Oh, come on. I was so close.
Have you killed them before like this?
Yes. Did they patch it? Is that maybe something that you can't do anymore? I don't know.
They might have for us.
That would suck. Another one? Come on. Come on, kill it. Man, I like being able to kill them. It was fun. It's hard to do, but I don't know why they would change it, because it's not like it's something you can easily do anyway. Why change it from being hard to impossible, right?
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh, ooh, that's an idea. If I can get him on the trampoline and have it bounce up and down, maybe.
They probably patched it out because that kind of takes the feel.
I guess, but it's not something that's even that easy to accomplish. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a good reward for pulling off something that's kind of difficult, you know what I mean? Like, if you can pull off this really hard thing, then that part won't be a challenge anymore. Oh well. My dad once told me a story of a time he climbed this tree that had spiked leaves on it.
Sweet.
Apparently he actually managed to get to the very top without any incident. But however, you know how the top branches are, thinner than the rest of the tree?
Did he fall?
Yeah, the top branch broke, and he ended up falling almost all the way down. If he actually fell all the way to the concrete, he probably would have died. However, it just happened to be a net for not an actual net, but like the leaves managed to form like a net formation that caught him from falling all the way.
Sick.
However, as you recall, those leaves had spikes in them. So he was caught by a net of spikes, basically. He said when he got home, his family thought he had like measles or something because he was just covered in red spots all over. So not a fun experience for him. I think this thing will kill it though, if I can time it right. Look at that, I killed it.
I just remembered a conversation I had on a group chat.
Alright.
It started out, from pulling off.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
We were talking LGBT stuff, which I like talking about. I like talking about lesbian stuff, gay stuff.
Yeah.
We were having a discussion about gender identity, and
Some kind of shockwave?
you remember what it is?
Not offhand. But I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Let's see. they, you know, those kind of people that, they say they're not biased,
Yeah.
but then they say something biased.
Yeah. Like the whole people like, I'm not racist, but, you know, that kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically said, I don't know why I have this person here, so why can't I just call them what they were bored as? And people got pissed off and they said everyone was just super sensitive.
Ugh. Yeah, those kind of people annoy me. Also, I miss the heart. That is unfortunate.
I don't know why people act like it's a big deal to call them heart. I prefer pronouns.
It doesn't look like the hearts actually show up on the things either. Like I said, this probably won't be a 100% playthrough. We'll just get as many things as we can. So, anyway, on that note, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.